I passed out in the year 2018 from Bharati Vidyapeeth, Pune, and after that, I got my first opportunity I got was within a month, but that was in litigation. I really wanted to do a corporate job, but I would at that point of time take anything that's coming my way, that came my way. So I took that litigation offer, and it helped me immensely because where I am today, it's because of that maybe. So I did that job for say about 7 to 8 months, and I left it because again, I think I wasn't getting more challenging work. I wasn't intellectually satisfied, so I left that place, and then I went to into and at that place I did all kinds of litigation, be criminal, civil, both kinds. So then I tried to, shifted into this new litigation job itself under another senior advocate. And this in this job, I tried to restrict myself into more of a more corporate litigation. So here I got to do a lot of mergers and acquisitions in court, NCLT, insolvency, a lot of good insolvency work. And I did a lot of civil work on the side also, but then this job gave me, that restriction into corporate. So uh, even if you're learning something about corporate, it's going to, show. So and during my last job, I took up this course on contract drafting from Law Seco. And because I was interested in contract drafting, I always wanted to learn more, and you're never given that kind of knowledge in college. You're just taught Indian Contract Act, but how to, go about actually drafting one contract, even for that matter, a basic contract like rent agreement or loan agreement. Uh, I did not know how to put my knowledge of Indian Contract Act into place when I had to draft basic agreements also. So I took up this. I had specifically told my senior that whenever a contract drafting, though we did not have a lot of contract drafting work, but even when the most basic of works came to my office, it was given to me so that I could learn firsthand. And that's when I started implementing things that I'd learned from the contract drafting course. So even, picking up basic drafts from the course or interacting with the, instructors at Law Seco helped me immensely. So that's how, currently, that's how so we do not get a lot of, you know, corporate contracts such as share purchase and share subscription. So in the end of the day, I took into practicality very basic agreements such as power of attorney and an MOU for that matter. Uh, uh, Instead, one example I can give is that when an MOU was, on the basis of an MOU was claimed from my client, I used the, structure of MOU as to what they had from Law Seco, as to what that party had missed in their MOU, and which could make us win the case in the end of the day. So suppose they came to us with an MOU stating that on the basis of this MOU you are into an agreement with us, and now you entered into this MOU, and now on the basis of this MOU you are supposed to, give us our property. However, the actual matter of the fact was that it was given in for, it was an MOU for the very purpose of getting a loan and not transferring the property. So though I did not draft the MOU, but the basic knowledge of MOU not being enforceable in the court of law, the entire background detail of an MOU was through the module that I received from Law Seco. And every day you're given different kinds of work at office which you might have not dealt with before. So Law Seco basically, it's been a legal companion for me. So every time I face a problem, say not in terms of contract drafting, the course that I've taken up, say in terms of any other legal problem that I have. So I can go to a mentor at Law Seekho and find my way at least. I can find a direction. I get a direction. I will not get an answer. I will have to find my answer on my own. But at least I'm given a direction. Being a first generation lawyer, it makes a hell lot of a difference when you get that mere direction from somebody as to where you have to go, because being in this profession, it's not easy to know each and everything, especially at this stage. I am just 1.5 years into into the profession. It's just been, I just passed out in 2018. So getting that mere direction from somewhere is great. It's great help. And if you talk about in terms of the classes that I get, the live classes that I get, they're also amazing. So this we're not getting from professors, people who've been teaching all their lives, people who graduated and became a professor. Instead, that kind of knowledge we got from college, and here we're getting to deal with real life professionals. So one of my instructors is an L&T legal professional. So he works in L&T. He sees what is actually happening, what kind of EPC contract they are entering into. Though I have not dealt with that kind of work yet in practicality, but now I have an overview of what an EPC is all about. So if an EPC, if a construction company comes to be my client, I know how to deal with that client. I know what I need to say in the first place. Even though I might not be able to draft the entire EPC agreement in one go for that person, but at least I know how to start a conversation with that person based on the instructions that I've got here. So and the best part about it is, it's not a 1 hour mundane session wherein you do not get to clarify your doubts. You cannot you can you it's an academic lecture. It's a very practical approach to the profession. So when we get that kind of exposure from people of that stature, whom we would have never come in contact with, that's, I think, incredible. Then I at this stage I get if there is one lawyer in the family, so you are going to be approached by a number of people, whether they know your specialty, whether they know what kind of work you're doing or not. You are approached by certain kind of people, and then you're answerable to them. So my father is into business, my brother is into another hospitality business, and then I have another relative who's into some other kind of business. So at this point of time, I can deal with everybody at the same time, not being a specialist, not as a specialist, but as a lawyer, and at least address their issues, and come back, do my research, talk to my mentors, and then get back to them with an answer. So at this stage, I have become through Law Seekho, I've become, even though I've not done all the exercises, I've not finished all my assignments, there's still left, there's still to be done. I have gone through the entire module though, but at this stage, any basic agreement of the family, I am capable of drafting them, because I think I did not, for example, I did not know. There was this friend who had approached me, and he was giving a friendly loan to another friend in cash, and he did not know how to go about it. So he was like, what if tomorrow I get stuck with this? Though I'm not charging any interest, I'm telling that person, you have 6 months, you give it to me back. And that's when I did not know what to do. This is a very basic problem. So I approached one of my mentors at Law Seekho, and that's when I got an entire very basic structure, very concise, simple structure of how to enter into a loan agreement with a friend only. And if a dispute arises, You go into arbitration, you sort out your issues, this is the award, you get it executed. I got that entire draft with a future planning of dispute from LawSeco itself. So now any person who comes to me saying that, uh, you enter into a loan agreement, I need to enter into a loan agreement with this person, I am capable enough of doing that, and it is because of LawSeco. So usually when you're into the legal profession, nowadays there are n number of opportunities for a person. You want to make money, it can easily be made. You can work at LPOs, you can work at think tanks, you can work at NGOs. A lawyer has a lot of opportunities in front of themselves. So so but when you look at it closely, there are two fields which are divided, litigation and corporate. So when I say litigation and corporate, everybody, litigation, if I go to a litigation lawyer, the litigation lawyer will tell me it's very easy to shift from litigation to corporate. And if I go to a corporate lawyer, the corporate lawyer will say it's easy to shift from corporate to litigation. Whether both the situations are difficult enough. And I, as I said earlier, also, I have always wanted to do a corporate job. I have interned at a number of corporate law firms, but you do not even you get basic research work there as an intern. You a lot of times, instead, most of the time, you don't even know what you're researching for, what the end deal will be. So it's very basic. So I never really learned the kind of work that a corporate lawyer is supposed to do. So being expecting a particular, so this last month itself I went into for an I went for an interview at a corporate law firm, and I have given a number of interviews there at corporate law firms also, but I never made it because of my lack of experience in the field. Though it's said that if you have a very great internships at law firms, it helps a lot, but that is not the case when you look at the profession directly. When you're in the profession, when you're the person who is going around finding a job. So I went into that interview, and I'd like to mention that I got that interview through the placement committee of LawSeco itself. They keep posting about the upcoming opportunities, and that's how I applied for that opportunity. And I had spoken to my mentors at LawSeco and otherwise also before going in for that interview, as in what to expect. At least I should know the kind of work that a corporate lawyer does in order to go in for an interview for that job. I may have a lot of knowledge on the legal front, on the law aspect, but in the end of the day, what I have to deliver is the work. So I need to know what kind of work. So I'd spoken to a number of people at LawSeco, and that's how I got to know what I'm expected to say at that point of time if they ask me such a question. And that's how I was prepared. My interview was good. I will not say it was extremely great. I did miss out a few answers, but I think in the end of the day, it was a good interview. And 2 days later, I did get a job offer from that very place, and it's all thanks to LawSeco. I think I wouldn't have been able to do this. And I would like to mention this also, that a lot of times firms or senior lawyers, everybody thinks of their interest before the employees or their juniors interest. So at through LawSeco, during this entire process that I got the offer letter, and then I had to respond to that offer letter. Through LawSeco, I got to clarify all my doubts before actually accepting that offer, looking at my interest, looking at my future, looking at my developments. I went about, I was able to ask whether I was able to negotiate on my compensation. I was able to ask what kind of work am I going to get, what are the timings, what am I looking at in 1 year, how growth wise as well as compensation wise. how is it going to happen in a year. So I was able to take all those things into consideration before actually accepting this job offer, and that was only through LawSeco. So I will not only give credit to LawSeco, for the mere fact that I got this, I got to know about this opportunity through them. I think I got this opportunity and I'm fully satisfied with it because of LawSeco at this stage. There are doubts even when you accept an offer. There are still doubts in your mind whether it's going to happen, whether, obviously those doubts are there, and I think they will only vanish once I start working at the new place, once I start, once I spend a month or two out there, understand the entire structure of how it works. But I think at this point of time, the kind of satisfaction that a candidate is supposed to have, I'm completely satisfied. All my answers, all my queries have been answered. I think it's going to be a great shift. I think it's very difficult to shift from litigation to corporate, and vice versa. And my career is something great for, at least at my end. Personally, I think the courses are fantastic. It is everything that's given on in the module. If you don't understand a particular thing, one thing, it's very flexible. It's very easy to do these kind of courses because it's very flexible as to, and you can do it at your own time, and it has everything. If I'm doing a contract drafting course, so contract drafting is a very wide subject. You cannot accumulate it into one. But what LawSeco has done it has accumulated a subject like contract drafting into one. So here I'm talking about contract drafting in every field possible in law. Course resolution. So when we talk about dispute resolution, everything pertaining to dispute resolution, uh, in terms of ADR, in terms of arbitration, everything is included. And if you have a problem, the people of LawSeco are present there 24/7 to help you. You can approach them through WhatsApp. You can approach them through calls. You can. I mean, at this stage, I'm so comfortable that I can approach any member of LawSeco without anything in my heart, and clarify my doubts with thinking it plays a very big part in my professional life. LawSeco has played a very big part, and still is playing a very big part in my entire professional life. So instead, just to stay connected to the fraternity, to the people of LawSeco, I would like to keep doing more courses and learn more from it.